have forgotten the side. Oh my god, how could I let myself down like this?
We're back with some corporate job tips because it's the most difficult place to navigate ever. Now, some of these are basic, some of them I didn't know about. I just hope you're not as dumb as I was when I first started out, and that nothing in this video surprises you. If it does, we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to navigate a really tricky environment in a corporate world as women of color. Grab a cup of tea. That's slightly cool because this video is not going to be really that long, and I hope you enjoy the tips and find them useful. So the first thing is to set up and max out the contributions to your pension. Setting it up is quite easy. Usually your employer should be doing this for you, but they will not have put you on the maximum contribution level. Something that I didn't know quite a while ago, because I have been working and contributing to a pension for a while before I actually got my first job, because I've been working part-time at uni. Now, what I didn't know about a pension was that it is an investment and the money you put towards it is pre-tax. And the general rule of thumb is that you should be contributing half your age in percentage to your pension on a monthly basis. So I'm 25 and that breaks my heart a little bit, and I kind of didn't even want to admit that, but here we are. I should be contributing 12.5% into my pension, which means that depending on your firm's matching setup and everything, if they matched your contribution 1-to-1 and you were 25, you'd only need to contribute 6.25%. That we matched, and you've got your 12.5 contribution in hand, but you're only actually sacrificing 6. And also just tracking it and kind of checking your pension account from time to time. I like to do this purely because I budget and I actually put in the value of my pension kind of once every 6 months. I'm not really that fussed or too concerned with the actual pension value as long as that contribution is going in correctly, which is another thing to check. So check your payslip and just make sure that everything on your payslip is actually what you're expecting it to be. You're paying the right amount of taxes, you're paying the right pension contribution as per like your instruction to your employer. Mistakes do happen. As long as you spot them nice and early, they're fairly easy to correct. For the second point, I've actually written down in my notes something about making networking less icky. To be honest, I still don't like saying the word networking because I think you automatically start to think of kind of really horrible situations where you're having to scratch someone's back and they can scratch yours. I have very recently embraced the benefit of networking in its actual true form. By that, I just literally mean expanding my network. In my corporate job, this has been realized by literally just joining and championing initiatives that you are passionate about and that you are genuinely interested in, because that's how you'll find people on your own level who share your own values, and those will be people that form part of your expanded network that you wouldn't have met otherwise. Because you're on the same level, you have the same values, opportunities will come out of so many different kinds of relationships, like whether you're collaborating on a project, contributing to a project, leading a project, essentially just putting yourself out there and saying yes to things, which all comes back to being easier because you're all in the same level and you all have the same shared values. It just means that nothing ever really comes by force and everything is just so much more fluid and less gross, and you're doing things because you want to do them, and opportunities arise that actually excite you because the opportunities for like collaboration, contribution, leadership arise out of being genuine. And all these things just don't have to be in line with your 9-to-5. They don't have to be in line with, for me, they don't have to be in line with audit, but it still doesn't take away from, you know, my day job. The third thing is that you have total responsibility for your own career. No one is going to hold your hand and help you up the corporate ladder. No one is going to tell you what the right thing to do and tell you what the wrong thing to do is. It's literally up to you to set up feedback meetings at the end of projects or engagements, to seek out development points. This is a huge one. So as much as you will get really positive feedback, I mentioned in my Q&A that one of the newer methods I'm using to beat imposter syndrome is writing an achievements list and checking in on this on a regular basis. And this is something I definitely recommend and has made a tangible difference to my confidence at work. Back to my main point, that as much as the positive feedback will help you develop and, you know, keep doing those positive things, the development points are the most key aspects of your development, not even just as a professional person, but as a person. If you want to be a manager, regardless of the department you're in, managers all share the same key qualities. So find out how you're doing on those qualities, seek out feedback, ask the right questions in these feedback meetings, be really proactive and ask like, how can you improve A? How have you improved B? Ask the right questions and you'll get the right answers. In the same breath, you should learn how to give feedback and get really comfortable doing it. Now, I could really easily eat my words here because I'm really practical practicing this point, I was really uncomfortable giving upwards feedback because I didn't feel like the feedback was coming from the right place, but it really is. You are the team that's being managed. You are the team that's being led. So your feedback is really pivotal to the development of your seniors, to make sure that they don't keep doing things that hold the team back. And it gives you an opportunity to add value to your managers' lives as a junior person in the corporate environment. Managers and senior managers, they're also having these feedback meetings with people above them. So your perspective as the people they're leading is literally so critical. And again, you should be proactive with this process. So suggest improvements for specific things that you've noticed, or highlight things that didn't really work so well and why, and offer an alternative or an improvement so that you're benefiting the team long term going forward. And the fifth thing is something I'm learning and really embracing right now, and that's getting to know senior leadership and really bringing the wall down between junior and senior. So I put this wall up in my head when I first started. I really separated myself from senior management, and the separation can occur in different ways depending on the company culture that's surrounding you in the first place. In my specific firm, the company culture isn't really that bad for, senior and junior. There's a fairly decent integration between the two, but I genuinely didn't even think that senior leadership would experience any benefit to getting to know me. Obviously, as with everything I think about on this YouTube channel, no one really thought about this except me. So I basically have actively started to engage with senior leadership and senior management during kind of social events, during any other events that don't revolve around the current engagement or current project, and just literally getting to know people for them and not their work. Because I'm very passionate about the fact that you're not defined by your work. You are not your job, and you should treat people like that because it just humanizes them, it humanizes the relationship, and it just results in less anxiety, less nerves when you're speaking to new people, and a really easy and natural way to build a professional relationship with someone. And again, this kind of weaves in with networking, so getting to know someone for them and how they are, and not what they can provide you and what they can do for you. So these were another key lessons of me blossoming as a little corporate flower in my job. But I have loads more, and again, these will come out as little segments through more videos. But I hope you enjoyed these, and I hope gain something from these. I have another video very similar to this, which I will link. I have forgotten the side. Oh my god, how could I let myself down like this? I'm gonna stick both fingers up. I will link the video somewhere up here. You should give that one a watch if you're slightly more junior, because that one had lessons from earlier on in my career. I'm not really that far into my career, so I don't know what I'm really talking about. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!